So g'day comrade subscribers. Yeah, I was a tad hasty last night, it seems. I had assumed that the keyboard, well, the key repeat issue would be an electromechanical issue on the keyboard. But I thought, well, I might have a look at the keyboard encoder or whatever. So I opened it up, and of course it's just an 8255 peripheral interface adapter or whatever it is for the 8080. They even use them on the Z80s. They use them everywhere. They're like ubiquitous. So this is the original part, Tesla. It's a Tesla part, and it's also got a pair of Soviet parts as well, proudly made in the SSSR, USSR. There. So this is obviously the interface board. So we've got a pair of 8255s there. Yeah, plus this one for the keyboard. So I've just replaced it with what I had handy, which is actually a CMOS version. Whacked it in and came up with OS ready. So that was without the basic cartridge. So that's the system monitor or whatever. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try today. Yeah, so Jakub's given more advice, and I agree with him. I'm not confident. Well, actually, this is the other keyboard. This is that's the keyboard there I'm going to use. Or I could actually try this one as well. I'll try both. I've got two keyboards. I've got two machines, two keyboards. But yeah, so it's apparently it's a common thing that the keyboards do fail because of the conductive rubber domes. But Yura, in his comment, linked to a video by a Hungarian fellow who found some, I'm just going to mount this up here, who found some replacement rubber domes on Aliexpress. So that is positive. No, what's the word? Positive, encouraging, yeah. Only problem is, so if we have a look, it's one of these keyboards where they have kind of melted the plastic. So to get these things off, you're going to have to break the plastic. So it is doable. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but it is doable. And what I've done in the past is just using hot glue, just to re-glue them back on. So I don't know which way they go. So that's a switch there. So I'm guessing it's probably these two here for that switch, for example. Anyway, I'll try it out because certainly, there we go. Shift reset was working because it was resetting. But yeah, let's give it a go. So I don't know if I showed you, but one of my little customizations. Oh, I turn the power on. Hey, blue power light. Anyway, all right, let's get set up, see what happens. So before I power it on, let's get that out of the way. Just notice on this particular keyboard, so I don't know why they had to do that. It's, yeah, why they had to break the wire and then resolder it. Interesting. So I might fix that. Can't do too much about this because it's a Slovak or a Czech-Slovak part. But I could maybe, I don't know, maybe do a header, put a header on there or something. Anyway, let's see. So it goes on like that. Not that you can see. Goes on like that. See, there is a chip on here as well. Looks like it's just logic. 74154, so I don't know if that's a 74LS154. The Slovaks seem to use a much more intelligible numbering system for their logic rather than compared to the Soviets. All sorts of random things. Anyway, that's just irregardless. Okay, I'm putting this off. I'm not confident, but yeah, let's try this keyboard first if I can get it on. me just, it's kind of a bit, yeah, it's a bit awkward. There we go, okay. So it goes in like that, and then I've got to, yeah, I don't really want to rest it on there, do I? Although, no. Can I rest it on there? What's going to short? No, I don't. I have to maybe do this sideways. All right, let me figure this out. Stick a piece of paper underneath, but just some of the keys are not moving at all. Some of them are okay, but some of them are stuck. So I'm not, yeah, so I'm not confident that I'm going to have to pull this keyboard apart. So I might just use the other keyboard, which is the one that came with the machine. And in which case I don't need the paper because I just plug it straight in like this. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, ready to give it a try. Let me just start recording. Okay, power on. Got a beep. OS ready. What's enter? End of line. Alright, that didn't do anything. End. Oh, okay. End. Clear, delete. Okay. I'll type something. Not much is happening. Oh, what does that mean? Okay, that was reset. No! Fangulo. All right. See, when I was doing, okay, so when I was resetting it yesterday, it would then immediately, you'd get OS ready and then you'd immediately get the key repeating. So I'm thinking probably there's, yeah, there is a keyboard issue here like Jakub reckons I'm going to encounter, because nothing's doing nothing apart from shift reset. No command. Yeah, well, you're not listening to me. No command. Okay. I got an F. I got an F. It actually did listen, so I got an F. All right. G's working. I'm not getting any H. Q. No. It could also be the logic chip maybe on the keyboard itself. No. When everyone has the same issue, it's probably that issue, isn't it? Yeah. End of the line. Alright, so yeah, looks like I'm going to have to pull the bloody thing apart. The keyboard is responding. Alright, let's see what happens when we stick basic in. Alright, just stop recording. Okay, that's better. I just realised, because what this screws into is a metal bracket. So I don't have to worry about stripping the thread, because obviously as I screw into it, it's going to pull the bracket up, which is what you want. So it's going to pull this forward. So that was my mistake putting it back together. So now I reckon that's going to go in much nicer if it lines up. That's better. Okay, that's a better connection. All right. Well, let me just see if it's going to work. We get OS ready. So I don't know if so I don't know if this works. This basic. Okay. All right, let me start. Okay. All right, I'll start recording this. So start recording. Okay, now power on. So that's what I get with the basic So as I say, again, I don't know if this actually works or not. I do have another one, but I've stripped it because I was designing a new ROM board. So reset. So nothing's happening. Shift reset works. At least all these keys, none of these keys are getting stuck. Not like the other one. But having said that, I'm not getting any response, so maybe the ROM doesn't work. Because it is actually, let me grab the ROM. So it's actually, I shouldn't say grab the ROM, it's grab the module. So if you haven't watched the earlier videos, this is what we've got here. So this is what's inside that basic module there. And these are the ROMs. So I think they're 2K ROMs. No, there's 9 in total. 18K. Is that another? Yes, another. Yet again, another 8255 there. Now the reason why I'm not using this one is because, I don't know if you can see, one of the pins is broken. So that's not handy. So I'm going to have to try. Let's say these are Czech-Slovak parts. I'm going to have to try and get a hold of somehow if I want to replace that, because I think again it's 2 mil. I think it's 2 mil 2.5 mil spacing pitch, not 2.54. That's the problem with using Western parts. So anyway, so if there is an issue with the ROM, then open this up and replace it with these ones maybe. But it depends what the problem is. I don't know. I assume it's supposed to go into basic. So nothing's happened there. All right, try the other keyboard. All right, let's try with this keyboard. So I've got keys stuck down and yeah, not coming up. So I am not. Let's start recording. I am not confident. Okay, that's an interesting effect. No. Alright, so this is even worse. That's just the key. So if I unplug the keyboard, the power off. Okay, let's unplug the keyboard. And power back on. Okay. Don't use that keyboard then. Right, well let's not making much progress here, are we? Let's start pulling apart the keyboard. Have a look. So this is probably the nicer of the two keyboards. So I'm not going to pull the whole thing apart. I'm just going to see if I can get one key switch off. Then I assume order those replacement rubber domes from Aliexpress. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I've had quite a lot of luck actually with Aliexpress lately. There's I've been buying the ones where they have 10-day guaranteed delivery. So normally it's about 2 to 3 months. But yeah, guaranteed 10-day delivery and then free delivery if you order over $15 or something. That's it's been working out quite well. I only have to wait, 2 weeks, sometimes less. So, but yeah, these rubber domes I don't think offer 10-day delivery, so it might be a while anyway. Okay, so we've got our little buzzer there. Right, so I don't want to lose those screws, so I'll just stick that there for now. So I've pulled this apart before. Actually, I probably could do with pulling this one apart and cleaning the keys. So that's the key cap. Quite small keys actually. Let me just measure them quickly. some sort of something square, I guess. So what's that, 10, 14 mil? Yep, 14 mil square. So, yep. So that, and then a spring right there, don't lose that. And then we've got the key switch there, that is melted. So corner, just trying to see. All right, well, let's try chopping one off and see. So we know shift reset works, and we know that F works. We know end of line works. I don't understand why there's two end of lines, but whatever. Okay, so what one shall we take off? These ones need cleaning, so let's... I'm just trying to figure out... two. So it does look like it is diagonal. So, yeah, alright, so this one here is probably this diagonal here. Let's find out, shall we? Don't try this at home. The reason why I'm doing it is so that you don't have to screw yours up when I screw mine up. So I want to be careful I don't cut the tracks as well. Actually, you don't need to cut the whole thing off, do you? You just want to kind of cut this plastic that's been melted off around the side, because I guess the rest of it is just like a guide post. Is that going to come out? Anyway, so you know what I'm doing, so I'm basically just trying to cut that off somehow without causing too much irreparable damage. Alright, so I'll be back when it's done. Oh, there we go. The other corner just doesn't want to come out. I assume is that one. Yeah, I think it's that one. Okay, there we go. Rubber dome came out. So this one looks okay. I'm guessing goes in like that and then gets pushed down, or does it go, oh no, okay, maybe it goes around like that, there, like that. Sorry, like that. With your spring. So that one actually looks okay. So how to do this? Pull the whole keyboard apart. That's going to take a while. I wonder, I don't know, maybe using a hot air gun to maybe make this softer and then popping each one off. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, work to be done. Actually, looking closely at these switch mechanisms, there is actually, so you've got the two plastic posts there that kind of are now broken off, but there's also on the side there's space that you can actually slip a replacement in, I guess. And because it's square, it doesn't matter. You can, so say it was originally in that way, you just turn it around with the new posts in. So chop these off and then try and find, what would you do? Well, you get plastic, quite small. I don't know if you can get little plastic something or others that are, let me just take the switch off, or the keycap off, don't lose the spring. So that is about 9.5mm. Okay, yeah, all right. I'm supposed to read this properly, aren't I? Let me just read it where it lines up properly. So is that what, 9.4? Maybe 9.4, 9.5mm, perhaps. So 9.5mm long, and oh god, tiny. tiny diameter of maybe 2. I can't really see that properly. I'll have to look at the video later. So yeah, so it could be possible to reuse these if I can find some little bits, little plastic things to reinstall them with. But this is going to be a real pain in the ass to do this. Well, I was wondering, you know, if someone had designed a replacement keyboard, I think that would be much easier than pulling this thing apart. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Sorry, not much more progress today apart from getting kind of something. But other stuff I want to work on. So let's see. Bye for now.